Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time, welcome especially. I'm Sally. I'm super glad you're here. Today I am filming another pro-metabolic what I eat in a day video. It's actually about lunchtime right now. I'm still finishing up my morning coffee, but we got back into town late last night and so I needed just to have a slow morning. I took a video clip of my breakfast, which I'll show you in a minute, but I'm starting the video now just before making lunch. But let's talk breakfast before we go there. Of course, if you've seen any of my other videos, or if you're familiar with the pro-metabolic space as a whole, a big thing we emphasize is going to be eating within the first 30 minutes, ideally, at least 1 hour of waking up. Oftentimes what I'll do, because I have to wake up really early for work, is have some food ready in the refrigerator that I can just pull out, like my little gummies or something like that, and like a hard-boiled egg that I can pull out before work, and then I'll eat like a second breakfast later. But today I didn't have to work, so I went ahead and just made my full breakfast first thing. I had 3 fried eggs just in a little bit of butter, and I like to keep my egg yolks a little bit runny because that helps you get more nutrients out of the egg. I had about 1/4 of an avocado on top, and then I had a nice big apple on the side. I also, of course, had a cup of coffee, as you see, still finishing it up right now. In that I just had my espresso. I had some whole milk that I steamed. I forgot to actually put my collagen peptides in it today, but I'm gonna use some of that with lunch. If you've seen my other videos, I usually add collagen to my coffee to help get some protein in it, but it wasn't a problem because I had my protein on the side. So all of that being said, it's been about 3 hours. It's time to make lunch. I'll take you along. Come on. It's about 3 hours later and time to get lunch ready. So we just got back from out of town yesterday and didn't have too much in our fridge. Normally for lunch I like to have leftovers, but today I'm making a nice hearty smoothie since I didn't have any leftovers ready. I have some frozen mixed berries, some frozen banana, and now I'm just adding some goat's milk yogurt. I'll often use whole milk as well, but I have this on hand, so there's the label. I'm gonna use some of this. I'm gonna add 2 scoops of my collagen peptides. That's gonna give me about 18 grams of protein. I like to use collagen because that is providing a different amino acid profile than just your typical muscle meat. So great thing to add to smoothies, add to your coffee, add to really anything like that. I'll get the lid on later, that's fine. To get that diverse amino acid profile in. So about 18 from the collagen peptides, and then I probably have about 6 more grams of protein from the yogurt. I'm adding a little bit of salt. We've got a good bit of potassium from the banana, potassium, sodium really working together, so got that going on. And then for my liquid, I'm gonna add a little bit of cherry juice, super high in vitamin C. There we go. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna blend this all up. I might end up adding actually a little bit of hot water because this is gonna be a pretty thick smoothie. That'll just help get everything blended up without it being too aggressively cold, and then we will enjoy. All right, it's about 3 hours later and it is time for a snack. So I made myself a little adrenal cocktail. How I made it today is my usual way, but I have about 4 ounces of orange juice. That's gonna be my whole food vitamin C, source. And then I have about 4 ounces, really just half and half, doesn't matter how much, coconut water. That is my potassium source. And I have some just sea salt for my sodium, of course. When you have potassium and sodium together in the form of an adrenal cocktail with that whole food vitamin C, you are giving yourself a nice little whole food supplement for these very important macro minerals, so to say. So I'm gonna drink this, and then I've got some like dry copa and salami, just some meat here with my supplements because I totally forgot to take them this morning. I've got my raw liver shots, which I froze a while back, and I just cut them in little pieces. I like to take them with my adrenal cocktail. I just make sure it's like a good way to make sure that you don't taste it. And then in addition to my liver shots, I've got 2 magnesium pills,
And I've got my astaxanthin. This is something I take in the summer. It's a really strong antioxidant. It helps my skin with like sun exposure. Magnesium, you want to make sure you're taking with calcium. I'm about to have some tea. It's going to have a little milk in it. I'll show you how I'm making that shortly. So I'll have some calcium as well, but those two work together. But yeah, I got my carb, protein, and fat in my supplements. But of course, say it with me, we want to get our minerals and our vitamins from food insofar as is possible. So not just supplementing randomly with everything we can find. These are filling specific purposes in my diet where it's hard to get the nutrients from food sources. So if you're interested in learning more about pro-metabolic supportive supplements, I will link a video where I go in depth. A sort of unofficial afternoon tradition that Samuel and I have been sticking to is making an afternoon cup of tea. And today I'm going to be making this creme au caramel. It is a Grosh blend from South Africa. When it comes to choosing quality tea and minimizing toxins in this regard, it's usually best to find a loose leaf tea or one that's pretty like whole leaf in your, sachet if it comes that way, just from a good source. And I'm not gonna, get into parameters on what a good source looks like because I have a lot to learn in that department too, but really processed tea bags tend to have more mold and just toxins in them, which makes sense because it's small particles sitting on top of each other. So this didn't come with instructions about how much to use. I added about 3 teaspoons. I love this teapot, also a gift from that brand, or a gift from friends from the brand Grosh, and it has a little basket. You just slide right on in. Makes it really easy for the tea leaves to get nice coverage from the water, and then it's super easy to remove when you're done steeping your tea. I'm gonna hop through the shower because it has been a long day and I'm ready to get in cozy clothes, and then I'm going to make some dinner. Samuel's gonna help. We're keeping it really simple tonight. Just gonna do some spaghetti with meat sauce, or I think I have bow ties with meat sauce if we're being technical. And I'm gonna make a big salad and attempt to make some green goddess dressing. Here's the end result. We've got our salad with our kind of green goddess, kind of cilantro lime dressing. I've got my bow ties with the meat sauce that Samuel cooked up. I'm gonna sit down, eat this up, and then honestly, I'm going to bed. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Per usual, please don't forget to let me know in the comments what else you'd like to see. Don't mind my dryer going crazy in the background. Until next time, bye y'all.